Amiche e amici di Women's Health and Fitness, buongiorno, benvenuti e bentornati. Oggi torniamo a parlare di salute delle donne, di corpo delle donne. Sapete, tempo fa sul Guardian leggevo un articolo molto interessante sul pelvic floor, The Big Squeeze si chiamava, e raccontava quanto è importante il pavimento pelvico per noi donne. Nell'articolo c'era la citazione di un libro dal titolo assolutamente accattivante, The Pussy Yoga. Ne parleremo con l'autrice che è qui, un'ospite internazionale, si chiama Coco Berlin. Good morning, Coco. Thank you so much for being here.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I love your channel.
Oh, thank you. This is really sweet from you. And this is very important you say. Thank you so much. Listen, Coco, I know that you are very well TV presenter and a dancer, very famous dancer. You're also a businesswoman because you work with over 7 million women in the world with your method. We will go deeply into it, but first of all, of course, you are here to present your book, which is really interesting. I want to hear about that. Can you first please introduce yourself to the Italian public? So basically who you are and what you do.
Nice to meet you, Italian ladies. I love Italy. We have been there like almost, I think, 7 or 8 times already. I'm a pelvic floor expert. I started with belly dancing, and then when I did the belly dancing, I just wanted to become better and better and better at it. And then I found that the solution to become a really good dancer with a lot of charisma would be the pelvic floor. And then this is where I focused on, because it was 2006, there was not so much information about it. And what I found didn't really feel well in my body. And then I experimented. I tested also everything I had with my women, like with my belly dance students. And then from this, the entire method developed. And then it became like quite popular. Like the women, whenever they learn about it, they share it with their girlfriends, because it's just so beautiful and amazing. It makes you feel better. And then you want to share this also with your friends.
Yes, absolutely. So it is not given for granted that everyone knows what pelvic floor is all about. Il pavimento pelvico, this is the Italian word. You know, we know that it's a very important area to support the internal organs. Sometimes women get in touch with their pelvic floor only when they have issues, or pregnancies, or you know, incontinence. And there's a lot of taboo around that. So can you please tell us more about this area and why it is so important, not only physically, but also emotionally and psychologically?
Yes, so the pelvic floor is really the center of our musculoskeletal system. So the pelvis is the center of our bodies. From the pelvis, we have the legs for running. And then we also have like all our weight is sitting on the pelvis. Our organs are there, then the baby, if you get pregnant, and the birth, like everything is really like, it's a centerpiece of our body. And if you want, do you want to see? I can show you a model. Yeah, then I show you a model.
Ora ci fa vedere qualcosa, un modello.
Okay, so
here's anatomia. So we understand the anatomy. Okay.
Yes. So this is the pelvis. These are the bones that you can feel here on your hip. And then all of this is quite thin, actually. If you look, it's not like a box. It's really fragile, and it's a very interesting system. And inside here, you see, this is the pelvic floor. This is a very simple way of looking at the pelvic floor. It's way more complex, not so easy to show it in a model. But
we
basically,
making it like an hammock, keeping everything together.
Yes, but it's not only a hammock, it's even more 3D. And there's also fascia that goes around all the organs, and it reaches down into your legs. So it's all interconnected. Like this is a very, like an old-fashioned way to make models, but we don't have newer models. So this is what we have. And everything is movable. So the pelvis moves, and we can really also move from the inside. So all we do, like running around, squatting, hiking, bicycle riding, like all the moves we do, we can do them right from our pelvic floor. And this is the way how to integrate it. Because why is the pelvic floor, when it's the centerpiece, not integrated? It's a common question.
So, you know, I think much about what you say when you talk about the title of your book. I think that a lot of things are related also to, you know, the role of the women in the society and the way that, you know, vagina and the inner part of the ladies, of the women, have been, you know, considered by women themselves.
Yeah, it's a very good point, because we are cut off from our pelvis emotionally and spiritually. So there's so much shame around the pelvis and the sexuality, and it comes from our history, like with the Catholic Church.
And how different was to before and after getting in connection to your pelvic floor and starting, you know, working out to work out with it.
There's been so many differences, and it also changes over time, because every day I'm finding something new. So, like, of course, like my sex life changed. This will be like no secret. And then, of course, I also felt more grounded, more stable, more rooted at home. And I lost a lot of this anxiety and this worrying, you know, like before I had the pelvic floor, I was always like, oh, you know, like a chicken without a head, my mother would say. And then this somehow really grounded me. And in yoga and in also the Chinese medicine, you say on the Tao, there's a root chakra. And the root chakra is at the very bottom of our pelvic floor, at the perineum. And if we connect to that, we start to feel grounded. And this is just, you don't need to believe in it. You can just try it, and somehow it works. It's really wonderful. And I just love this this new connection to myself. And because it didn't only happen to me, but it happens with every woman who gets the book, with every woman who goes into a workshop or does the courses. It happens to every woman. So that it's not easy, you know, like because I'm a German, and we love everything to be scientific, and it's not really easy to explain why this is. But there's also science connecting the pelvic floor. Like when you have a strong pelvic floor, you're also more capable in life. You're not so anxious. You're not so depressed. So there are also like some studies about this. And of course, the pelvic floor changes the way how you carry yourself. So your entire posture changes, and the posture has an effect on our psyche, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Yeah. So everyone can find your book on Amazon, even if, you know, the book is not translated in Italian yet. It's the Pussy Yoga. You can read it in English. And I think, yeah, probably this is a good occasion to ask the Italian publisher to make an Italian version of it. Coco, I just wanted to ask you, is it too late to train on your pelvic floor? Is it ever too late? Do we need to train it early in our age? Or, you know, talking about women on their 60s or maybe 65, having lots of issues, is it too late for them?
It's never too late. And we have a lot of women who find this book late in life, and then they think, oh, I wish I would have had this when I was whatever, 15 or something. Exactly. Because it's so important. But you can start whenever. It's never too late to connect to your beautiful body. Like every year you spend connected to your body, even if you're 80, 90 or 100, it's amazing. And of course, you know, like the longer you have lived without the connection to your pelvis, the harder it will get to really connect. Yeah. Of course, it's easier for teenagers.
Yeah.
But
so maybe better to start very soon, right? It's better you start soon. The sooner the better. Yeah. And of course, this is very reassuring. And how about, before going more, maybe you can give us a few tips. I have another question. You are an athlete, you are a dancer, you're very well trained. Is this kind of exercise good for everyone? Even if, I mean, a woman hasn't never done exercise in her life or is not very comfortable with her exercise routine?
It's very gentle. It's very gentle. We have some exercises where you just sit and breathe, or you lie around and breathe. So the hardest part about pussy yoga is not what you do with your body, but what you do with your mind to get into your body. That's the most hard thing, because this is hard for many women to like get off their phone, stop thinking, and really think. this is the most, this is the hardest thing. Like everything we do from inside is just like very gentle, like belly dancing. It's not hard.
To help women to feel more sensual, more stronger, and of course more confident. So can you give me the reason for that?
It's so much. So one of the reasons is really that when you connect to your pelvic floor, your confidence naturally rises. But it's also when we are stressed, we are less confident. When we're stressed, we get anxious. And the way how we work is when we connect the body with the mind, we also calm down our nervous system. And when our nervous system is calmed down, then we also feel more confident, we can communicate better, we can think better, we're more creative, we're more interested in sex, and sex also makes us very confident. You know, every time a woman experiences an orgasm with a partner or alone, she gets all those amazing hormones that make her just feel amazing. And it's like on drugs, you know, but we have our natural pharmacy here in our pelvis. And basically here are the nerves, but the pharmacy is here in the brain. And then we just get, we just feel wonderful about ourselves, and then we're more creative, we're more outgoing, we take chances, we can envision things for ourselves and not only like here roaring in the brain. So there are really many
I can't wait to start. So Coco, can we do something together, something very easy, something really basic?
Yeah, we could start with one very simple exercise that all of you can do with us together. Like both us are sitting on a chair, so wherever you are, just sit down somewhere. And no matter how you're sitting, just feel how your pelvis connects to where you're sitting. Like, do you feel like two bones, left and right? Do you feel like the bones of your pelvis? I show it once more. These are the bones. So this is how we're sitting. And then you just let them sink into the ground. You can also close your eyes and then sink into the ground and deeper and deeper. And then you breathe in and out. Just let the breath fall into your body and out of your body without trying to do anything about it. Just feel your pelvis becoming heavier and heavier, really sinking into the ground. And then you have a very light head, so your head is pulling up towards the ceiling. It's like a balloon, it flows up, and your pelvis is very heavy, and you really feel your sit bones falling down into the ground. And you breathe in and out, and when you breathe in, maybe you feel that your ribcage widens and your belly also expands. This means that the diaphragm is pushing down your organs, and this is also pushing down onto your pelvic floor. So this is how you can feel your pelvic floor inside of your pelvis. When you breathe in, it expands. And when you breathe out, it relaxes again. When you breathe in, it expands. And when you breathe out, it relaxes again. And it's very, very important that you try to relax your pelvic floor and just let the air move your lungs and then move your belly and move your pelvic floor. Because this breathing with the pelvic floor is already a training. If you contract your pelvic floor, then you're not training your pelvic floor holistically. It's very important to always relax. And this nice relaxation that we're doing here is also something that manager trainers have found and psychologists have found. This makes us very resilient. So they found out that when a leader in a stressful situation relaxes her pelvic floor on purpose, then she will be more capable to resolve the situation and everybody will trust her more. So there have been studies about this, and you can also try this in your daily life. So just sit somewhere, relax your pelvic floor, and just see how this makes you feel. And now you take your right sit bone, like the bone that you're sitting on, and you push it more into the floor. Really push it more into the ground. And then you take the left and you push the left more into the ground. Just sit, don't move, just sit and push only with the bones. Right, relax. Left, relax. Nothing is moving. It's just your mind focusing on your pelvis, on the bony structure of your pelvis, and you're just pushing down and down and down. And when you do this, you're already activating your pelvic floor, the third layer of the pelvic floor that is so important, on each side, right and left. And maybe you feel that there's a movement happening in the pelvis. And just keep on doing this and observe what happens in your body, left and right, left and right. And then you let go and just feel how you feel. Feel your emotions. And slowly we come out of this exercise and just open your eyes. But you try to stay connected to yourself. You stay connected to yourself while you look around. You connect to us on your computer or wherever you're watching this. And you try to keep this connection throughout the day so you don't throw it out of the window.
I will.
Also, we could ask the women if they can type in the comments how they felt, if they could make the exercise, because it's not so easy. It looks easy, but it's like connecting the mind to the body.
Yeah. And also this meditation and the connection with the diaphragm and the deep sides of our body is really like a journey inside ourselves. So it's worth to do it. I know that we have a lot to do. We have a lot of people relying on us, but we are important as well. We have to take care of ourselves and of our pelvic floor. So please know more about what Coco has to teach to take care of you and your pelvic floor on her site and on her book, The Pussy Yoga, and on her beautiful activity. Thank you so much for Coco for
I have one more thing.
Please.
I have one more thing to tell to your audience. So if you want to buy the book and you buy it now, like not like in 2 years, then you can also, I don't know when this will go. Now at the moment we have a bonus. So if you go to my page cocoberlin.com, there's a bonus when you buy the book now. You just enter the code of the book and then you will get a free audio. So you have like, I think it's 35 minutes just diving into your body and me talking in English.
Oh, fantastic. So please do, because it really works. I tried it on myself, promise. Thank you so much, Coco, for coming here, for participating to this women health and fitness community. And I will keep in touch. I'm sure we will get in touch again. So all the best and thank you so much.
It was so nice to meet you. Thank you very much for having me. Ciao ragazzi.
Oh.
Ragazzi.
Ciao. And how can we... Okay.